signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Welcome to your Lil Sips Mini Love Tarot. Let's talk about love and romance. These are going to be short readings. Let's see what's coming in. 3 individual readings, 1 for each of you. Check out those timestamps below. Welcome back if you're family. Happy to have you, part of my soul family. If you are new to the channel, welcome. I'm also very thrilled to have you guys as well. I just ask that you check out the timestamp first that reads Tarot FAQ and rules so that you can better understand what it is here I do on my channel. If you are familiar, then cool. Let's hop right in. Let's start with Taurus. I guess we'll go right in a row. What's coming up for my Taurus squad? Taurus in love. Taurus. What's up, Taurus? How you been? How you doing? All right, so possibly an Aries. Ooh, are you getting over an Aries that rejected you, or vice versa? Is there an Aries that's still all up in their feels about you? The thing is, it's not done yet. Yeah, this person's going to reach back out to you. Especially if it's your wish. I never want to paint false hope, but just off the cuff reading these, it seems like yeah, you may be going through like an awkward separation with an Aries, but to me it almost seems mutual. It's like you guys split up, but it was very like almost like a head over heart decision. Like it didn't make sense to be together. Logistically, it didn't work out. The thing is, if there is still love there on both parts, and I'm sensing that there is, I don't think this is done. I think this person is going to reach back out to you and make more of an effort to see you, or put more effort and time into the relationship, possibly into healing it and fixing it, because yeah, it's almost like hearing star-crossed lovers. That's really cute. But it's someone's wish for this to get off to a better start, or to repair it, or whatever, a peace offering. Maybe you can salvage friendship out of it or something. But I mean, I'm reading for romance, and so I mean, yeah, the passion is still there, very much so. I think this person may have had, I think they may have had wandering eyes, but they quickly realized that they lost something good when they moved away from you. And again, I'm trying to read these with integrity. I'm never a tarot reader who's going to be like, you know, put your life on pause for this person because they're definitely coming back. These are tarot cards, guys, right? This is a general energy reading, but if any of that sounds familiar to some of you out there, if this feels like it was a misconnection, but there's not a lot of grudge or resentment, just, you know, a little bit of pain, a little bit of heartbreak because you felt like, you know, you guys had a strong connection. For a lot of you, I don't think it's over. I think you will hear from this person again. Double up on the Aries. I also have Aquarius coming through, so I would also ask you to consider, too, whether you want this person back or not, right? Up to you. You have free will. I almost called you Aries. That's funny. Taurus, you have free will. It's also possible that after sort of a difficult breakup, an ending of some kind, you may have an awakening to the fact that you actually have feelings for an Aquarius, or an Aquarius is reaching out to you saying, hey, what's up, Taurus? How you doing? There may be a new suitor coming in with a lot of verve, a lot of passion, a lot of excitement for you. So let's do one more quick one for Taurus. Actually, tell me a little bit more about this feels like somebody got broken up with. So again, I'm wanting to subscribe it to an Aries, but it doesn't have to be. It very likely is for a lot of you, but let's see. Possibly a Scorpio. What's the deal here? Yeah, see, I think the same message stands. I think this person was not at a point in their life where they were ready to be like, yeah, let's be exclusive. You're my person. But it's almost like with time and distance from you, they realized what they were missing. And so if before they were very apprehensive to make it a commitment or exclusive or take things to the next level, they may have gotten cold feet. But it's like the grass is not always greener. I think this person got a huge lesson in I'm hearing the word humility, but essentially needing to go back and fix something. And it's not to say that anyone is at fault here. In a way, I think it's cool that they honored their intuition and thinking that, okay, you know, if I'm not quite feeling ready to do this, maybe I need to step back and reassess. I think they did. And again, for a majority of you, after that period of reassessment, they realized, you know what, like, I really want to make it work with Taurus. So that's great, right? You know, I mean, I would challenge you to not send a lot of energy their way of, again, like a negative vibe. Like, well, you rejected me once and it's going to take so much for you to win me back. If that's the case, I hate to say it, but like that's your ego feeding into it, right? And I get that it's hard. We want it to be this magical fairy tale ending all the time. But the thing is, life is complicated, guys. And I mean, more power to this person if they are able to come back and realize, you know, there was a lapse in judgment or they feel they made a mistake. But the thing is, what I like is that I think they're trying to make it right. So it does show someone stepping up to the plate. It shows a sense of maturity, but it's almost like they had to lose you to know that they wanted you, or to know that you were the one that they wanted. And again, you may not like that message. You don't have to take it, but that's really what the cards are telling me. There was an illusion about this doesn't feel right, but then in time they were like, but you know what? It felt pretty damn good, and I think I miss it. I think this person is going to come back. And the thing is, I think a lot of my Tauruses, whether you admit it or not, a lot of you are like secretly hoping they come back. Like, I think it's positive in that you're trying to open yourself up to new possibilities and manifest new things. Again, awesome. Keep doing that. It wouldn't surprise me, though, if your person came back around with a peace offering. Possibly a Cancer as well. A Cancer may factor into this. So in terms of new love, this may or may not be new love. I can't tell. But what new stuff is coming in for Taurus? For Taurus. There's definitely new love on the horizon coming to you. It could be another Taurus or it could be a Libra as well. It doesn't have to be any of those zodiac signs. This is boss. You guys, look at this. Ace of Cups, brand new love. Cup runneth over, right? It means you have a lot of love and respect for yourself, and therefore you're going to match with someone who can show you that as well. Someone who treats you like you are the Empress or in your... treats you the way you deserve to be treated. This is one of your cards, Taurus. It's a Venus card. It's a planet card, but you are ruled by planet Venus, right? So that looks cozy. I like that a whole lot. Something about the mother may play a role in this. I don't know if this is a connection you made through, you know, your mother's business, or I don't know, something about the mother. You may be spending a lot of time with your mother, especially if like you're really, it sounds like your mother's your best friend. If you guys you may hang out a lot together, and your mother may have been crucial in helping you get through a tough breakup or a relationship. So honor her, do something nice for her because she was there for you. Make sure just because you're in a new relationship, you're just gonna abandon like family ties. Do you understand what I mean? Yeah, so you may have two offers coming in. There's definitely you have a lot of nights, so it could be 2, it could be 3, whatever, it doesn't really matter to me. Who are you going to accept? I'm not really sure, because I don't think you're sure yet either, but you definitely have fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sag. You have air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Those are riding in. Nights just indicate change and movement. So the thing is, I think you know that you're precious. I think you know, Taurus, that you have a lot of love to give. So I don't think you're going to jump at the first offer that comes in. But I actually see you having 2 pretty good options. I don't know why, just the vibe I'm getting off this Knight of Swords isn't amazing. I don't know if this is a person who tells you what you want to hear. So just be cautious. Make sure you're protecting your energy. Just because, you know, it's the first person you match with on an app, don't, you know, start writing out your wedding proposal to them. But do be optimistic, right? You have no reason not to be. But make sure you, if you felt like you gave too much love away in previous relationships and need to maybe reel that in a little bit, get to know this person before you start giving all your time and energy to them. And honor those who have been faithful to you, whether it's a mother or a sister or a best friend, someone who helps you get through difficult times. Make sure you're honoring that. Because I do get a storyline of Taurus that's like, you needed to be nurtured. It's like you're a bird with a broken wing, and once your wing is all mended, it's like you fly off, and the person who did the healing work was like, what? This could also be someone you friend zone too. I could see that too, especially a male Taurus who's interested in you, Taurus. Anyway, yeah, you do have messages coming in. There's a lot of like flirtation and offers, right? Nights are good. I like seeing those. So, all right, Taurus, that was a pretty damn good reading. Let me know in the comments below if any of that resonates with you. Taurus, I have a secret to tell you. Actually, should I? It's not really a secret. It's just, I just think it's really funny when I do these videos. People are so quick to be like, I would never take my ex back, and here are the million reasons why. We don't need to hear that. We appreciate you guys leaving comments, but like, if you don't want to take an ex back, that's fine. But like, you don't need to make an announcement about it. Sorry, I said it. You know what it is though, because I don't think people always realize when they leave these comments about, you know, my Sagittarius did X, Y, and Z to me, and they're a narcissist, and blah, blah, blah. It comes off as like a lower vibrational energy manifesting itself in you guys. I'm just making you guys aware of that. I feel like that happens a lot on my Taurus readings. So, you know, by all means, I love that you guys can connect on here and relate to each other in comments, but I really would love it if, raise the vibe. Tell me about all the good things you want in your love life, all the things you're manifesting, how badass of a person you are. That's what I want to hear. Brag about yourself in the comments, right? That's what I love. I don't want to hear about your narcissistic ex. I don't care. No, sorry. But let's keep the vibe high. That's just what I'm saying. All right, moving on. Taurus, let's do Virgo. What's coming in for Virgo? Virgo, you may have a new start. You may be catching feelings for an Aquarius. the Aquarius may kind of have their head in the clouds a little bit. I'm not sure romance is their first priority. Tell me about the Aquarius. Did the Aquarius leave you out in the cold? Or the Aquarius may have recently... Okay, here's the story. Virgo. I always screw up the names when I do 3 in a row, so I apologize. Virgo's reading. Virgo, you may be dealing with an Aquarius who recently got out of a difficult breakup or a difficult situation, in which case it's not that they don't like you, but I think they're conflicted about whether or not they're going to make a solidified offer. I get the vibe. It doesn't strike me as player energy, but it does strike me as someone who they're not looking to rush into anything or make anything final or even like committed plans. I think this person wants to keep it very loosey-goosey. That's how I would say it. Like, they don't want to be tied down. So here's the thing. I don't know if that necessarily honors and respects you, right? If you are looking for someone who can make commitments and follow through with them, which isn't too much to ask, I do feel like when this person senses that something is enclosing upon their freedom, they're very quick to be like, nope, not for me, like swipe left, right? So I don't think you should ever have to chase people and wrangle them into submission, so to say, but I will say this: if you're interested in Aquarius and you know that this is their general vibe, like out of a difficult relationship or breakup, play in the field, keeping their options open, but maybe sort of interested in Virgo, I would enjoy it for what it is. It's not to say it won't become more committed eventually, but I don't think you're going to see that for possibly months. So again, if you can enjoy this for what it is, take it a day at a time and just no big deal, right? Not have this like, I need to know exactly what it is and where it fits in my life and it needs to fit in this box, and because it's not that. This is something it's a little bit untraditional, right? So if you can get comfortable with this being a more untraditional relationship, then it could be kind of fun. In fact, I think it would be a lot of fun, but when you start wanting to put titles on it, that could be a little bit tricky. All right, so there's possibly love with a Leo, but you may have put your walls up with them. You might not be responding to their texts. Yeah, they're really hoping to hear back from you, and they're very sad that you're not messaging them back. So, I don't know, this almost has a vibe that at one point in time they didn't treat you right, or they disrespected you in some way, or I'll be honest, this has like a tiny bit of immaturity to it as well, in that this could be a Leo who messages you, and then you message back, and then it's like they leave you on red for a couple days, and so now when they reach out to you, you're doing the same just to put them in their place. You can do that. I don't necessarily advise it. It seems a little bit childish, but I do advise keeping your distance, though, if this is someone who it's like you're a booty call for them, like they only call you or, text you, whatever, like 2 a.m., like, hey, girl. Like, if it's that type of vibe, I think you're starting to put them in your place and set more healthy boundaries. So for that, I commend you. That's very awesome. Others of you, though, this Leo doesn't have any bad intention. You're giving them a vibe that's very closed off. Like a more cold vibe. I don't know if something has recently changed in your history where you've connected with someone else, or I don't know. I'm almost getting a vibe you've just sort of had a change of heart about the Leo. Does that make sense to any of you guys? The thing is, though, this Leo, it's like they put you on a pedestal. I think they think very highly of you, but they may not. They may not tell you that. My throat is dry. Sorry, just give me a second. And they really took like a blow to their ego with you not responding. It's like, there is a little bit of a cocky streak in them. And I mean, it's Leo. I'm not surprised. For Leo, that's not always a bad thing. It's just they operate with, whether it's real or not, they operate in like this kind of confident vibe. That's just kind of Leo's thing. A lot of them. Certainly not all of them. This just feels like, they took it's like hurting their ego, the fact that you read their text and didn't respond, or they've called you 3 times and you haven't called them back. They're just like, but not my Virgo. I love my Virgo. I don't know. Like, I don't know. I'm hoping this throat thing goes away because I got to finish your reading here. Okay, here we go. Let's pull a few more on this. Tell me about the Leo. You're thinking about them, but you're not speaking to them. Why? Because it may have been karmic. Is probably, obviously you know who this is. Someone from your past, soulmates. They may view you as a soulmate or vice versa, but it's almost like you're waiting for it to get beyond this, like, it's like you're waiting for the reunion or something, or the real thing, the real deal. I'm almost getting a message of like you guys have been watching or like cross-watching tarot on this Leo for ages, or vice versa. This could be for the cross-watchers on Virgo. And you keep hearing it's soulmate connections, and you're like, where? I don't see it. Like, I just kind of get the vibe that some of you feel like you got misled by hearing something about soulmates, specifically like in tarot, and you're like, but they're not coming back. When are they coming back? And the thing is, I almost feel like this is for the cross-watchers, so, whoever you are, only take it if it fits, but what's the deal? This person of the past, someone is waiting and waiting and waiting. Are they coming back? And I say they because I don't know who's who in this scenario. The Cancer will commit. The Taurus will make an offer. What about the Leo, if there's a Leo involved? The Leo may be dating other people, but yeah, they're going to have an awakening that maybe they want to make an offer to you. And I'm even going to say it too. I asked about the Leo. The Leo may even go as far as to get engaged to someone else, but that doesn't mean they're not going to turn around and like call you or text you. And so just be careful of that, because if they're already in a marriage, I don't know when they're going to reach out to you. They may still be in that committed relationship. So if you're not looking for third-party stuff, and I would never advise that, it makes it very complicated and messy, make sure you know that they're single before you welcome them back into your life. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. I think that's why you're not texting them back or calling them back, is because they may be engaged with someone else or committed or even married, and you're just like, what is this bullshit? Like, so you're texting me because you want to hang out, but you're still married to her? Like, that's the vibe I get, in which case, again, good for you for setting healthy boundaries, for respecting yourself, right? It's like you're not going to be wrangled into submission because this person, like, doesn't want to make a decision. This could be someone who it's like, I'm almost getting my best friend's wedding vibes. Like, Julia Roberts always thought she was going to end up with that cutie guy, the Cancer, Dermot Mulroney or whatever. Anyway, this actually has a point, I promise. But it's like, it takes her a long time to give up the idea that, okay, well, maybe he wasn't meant for me. Maybe we are friends. I feel like your person, especially your male, if that makes sense, is like Julia Roberts. I don't know if that makes any sense, but it's like, this person wants both, like, because Julia Roberts, right, didn't want to be with that guy. Anyway, I'm going to stop making the metaphor to that movie, but some of you guys, I think, understand what I'm saying. This person made a choice to marry someone else, and they still kind of look at you as a soulmate, and so it's like they're still questioning if they made the wrong choice by being with this other person. And so here's the thing. I don't mean to confuse you, Virgo, but it's going to be different for all of you. Some of you, I would say most of you will hear from this Leo again, whether they're married or not. Some of you, the Leo may actually break it off and move towards you. Others of you, it's like they're kind of going to try and swing both. And so again, that sounds messy. Just be real careful about that. What else was I going to say? There's good vibes with the Taurus, with the Cancer. Again, your Leo may be entertaining other offers, but I do think they'll reach out to you again. But yeah, be careful. This could represent the ending of a marriage, which I hate to put the kibosh on that, but that may benefit you in the long run if this truly is the person you're going to be with. Others of you, it's saying this person is getting wandering eyes, but they're already committed, so in which case you're going to be dragged into this tower. So operate with the highest integrity, with self-respect. Don't settle for lowball offers. Tell me about this Aquarius over here, the one who, they really value their freedom. So as long as you're not breathing down their neck, this could end up working. Let's see. What does Tarot have to say about it? Ten of Pentacles. Tell them that you think they're the $1 million deal. And it's not to stroke their ego. Let them know where you stand, that you value their friendship very much, that you value them, but you don't want to be just another chick or just another dude, right? You don't want to be involved in any third-party situation. And the thing is, I don't necessarily get that vibe. I just get the idea that like they're mingling. They're meeting new people, and again, they're not looking to settle down necessarily. And again, I'm a very sex-positive person. Just because you sleep with them doesn't mean you have to marry them or even date them long-term, though some of you probably want that, right? Again, I'm not saying it's impossible, but it would be slow to start. So I think Spirit's advice to you would be advocate what you're feeling and how much they mean to you, and then that way the ball's in their court. They need to give you some idea of where they stand, and some of you, they're going to be like, listen, I like you, but I don't want to date you. Others of you, they're going to be like, all right, well, and I don't take this as non-romantic, but they're going to be like, let me think about it, because they have to like grapple with this decision internally, but it may just work out in your favor, right? Always put your cards on the table. It's best to be very clear about where you stand with people so there's no mystery. You can get out of your head and not feel so confused. I would highly advise your Leo to do that as well, because I do feel like what is that expression? They're pulling the wool over your eyes, or there's something the Leo doesn't want you to know. And do keep in mind, I love me my Leos. I'm not saying all of them are doing that. In fact, you may have multiple ones out there. I do sense that there's a Leo from your past who's kind of wanting to reach out to you, but there's third party involvement. So you may be kind of sort of seeing someone, or they might be, but there's a lot of like, I think you both feel like it was a misconnection. But someone's not speaking up about it. So someone's got to speak up. Someone's got to break the silence. All right, that's what I got for you, Virgo. I'll see you next Wednesday for more love tarots. I'm literally seeing the Leo with the anxiety card. Yeah, I think you will hear from the Leo. Hopefully it's the message you want. But yeah, anyway, here we go. Capricorn, last but not least. In fact, let me take a drink of water before I zoom in on that. All right, Capricorn, what's up? Let's do it. Hope my coffee kicks in. Here we go. Capricorn. Let's talk about Capricorn's love life. Hope this video finds you well, guys. Let's see what's coming in regarding love and romance. What can I tell? Ooh, an offer that it's in alignment with your wishes. Something you've been wishing and hoping for. It's coming into fruition. And I'm almost getting the idea of like a seed that eventually pops up from the ground. So it could be, this is of course in metaphor, but well, yes and no. It could be like a seed you planted many months ago and just now it's starting to spring up from the ground. So it may even have to do with like seasonal change depending on where you are. But what I'm getting at in metaphor is that you may have connected with someone a few months ago and kind of, I don't know, texted back or called each other or hung out once or twice. But it could be that it kind of took some time for this to actually get grounded, establish any sort of stability with this person. But now it's like you're starting to see the return on that effort. So especially if you, Capricorn, were kind of flirting with somebody and hoping that they noticed you or whatever, you may actually see a return on that, Capricorn. Very cool. This feels like big wishes, big dreams. Someone you've really been hoping for. And the thing is, they're pretty high cards, so it might be someone you're already with. I'm not sure if this is brand new. There could be an Aquarius making a nice little offer to you, possibly something about residential, I'm hearing. I don't know if that's their line of work. But Aquarius may want to move in with you or vice versa. Yeah, there's something coming into fruition that's, again, in alignment with your wishes, but I'm also getting kind of the metaphor of pregnancy for some of you. And didn't that message come up last time? Again, I'm never shooting to repeat the same messages, but yeah, there could be like wishes about starting a family too. In fact, some of you may give birth to an Aquarius child. Okay. Some of you may already have an Aquarius child, depending on your age, right? All right, new messages. I guess tell me one more thing about that. Just finish it up. It could also be with another Capricorn, by the way. If Capricorn and Capricorn. Whew, that sounds like a rough power dynamic. Cardinal signs. Who takes the lead then? All of you are like, me. All right, why the Two of Swords? This person kept you guessing for a long time about where they were at emotionally. This person hides their emotions very well. So here's what I'm getting from this. Your intuition, almost like your psychic abilities told you that there was something here, there was something to be discovered with this person. But every time you would pursue it or something, it felt like they would acknowledge you, but at the same time, it kind of felt like you were getting like the brush off or the cold shoulder. Either this person comes around or they actually have liked you this whole time. They didn't show it. They were, especially if it's a Scorpio, they were very good at hiding it. Yeah, it's like they were focused on something else, but I'm not sure it was necessarily another relationship. It could have been something with their child, or I don't know. I mean, if they were completely single, maybe they were flirting with different people, but I don't know. It doesn't come off as like passionate flirtation. It was just like they were seeing what was out there. I think they circled back to you. Yeah, there's a lot of mystery surrounding this person. It could even be one of those, I'm just giving this as an example, because I know not everybody uses dating apps, but just as an example, it's like, you connected with somebody and you had a few good conversations, and then there was just like, it felt like they ghosted you or something fell apart where you stopped talking for a period of time. They circle back around, and for some of you, not all of you, for some of you, your reaction is, where have you been? Like where have you been the last 3 months? I haven't heard, it's been crickets, and all of a sudden you're coming at me with messages. Again, that's some of you. Others of you, this has been someone you've been like hoping and praying on, and like you just feel like there's a real connection there. So yeah, there is an offer being made to Capricorn there. Pisces, Scorpio, Aquarius, Capricorn, those are the main signs coming through. Yeah, let's do one more reading. Capricorn. So there's an Aries that's thinking about you, but they may still be tied up with a Cancer. With ropes. No, I'm just kidding. All right, we have a lot of people showing up here. There's a fire sign who you've put on pause. You're not communicating. Fire sign who is in hangman mode. So they're either waiting for you to return the call or whatever the communication, or they're contemplating if they're ready to transition into a relationship with you. You may have a wake-up call about a Cancer, either the Cancer that you're currently with or a Cancer from your past. You may ignite a relationship, yes, from the past, but this almost seems like if you've been dating someone and you haven't slept with them yet, you're sort of transitioning into that new phase of the relationship. In fact, I think that's the main message here. If you've been with someone for a while and it seems like it's sort of becoming a little bit more dull, again, you kind of have to ramp up or invigorate kind of like the sexual passion between you guys. That especially with your Cancer, something feels like it's tapering off, or it's just feeling really dull. It's like you guys are really tired a lot, and so it's like you gotta get your head back in the game. Others of you, I think there's a fire sign who really, I just have to be honest, it's like there's a fire sign who like really wants to sleep with you, but you seem to be playing hard to get, Capricorn. But I'm literally hearing like a victory trumpet, or I don't even know what it would be called, but it was like, I think the fire sign gets their wish if it's almost like you hold the power. It's like they've already, professed their love or affection or whatever, just that they want to take you out and have a fun night with you. They seem to have made it known, but again, there's like a bruise to their ego that you didn't just like jump on it immediately. They're like low key offended that you aren't like, oh my gosh, you want to sleep with me? Okay, let's go. Because I think this person is used to getting what they want. There's very much like a closer, like they're probably involved in sales and business, and like they put their cards on the table and then they get paid, and like, you know what I mean? Like there's a very they're a closer. They're very skilled in like the, I don't know how else to say it. Like I'm hearing Casanova. I'm hearing things like that. Like they don't take no for an answer. I'm not saying this is crossing some inappropriate territory, by the way. I just want you to know that. I would never advocate for unhealthy, abusive power dynamics, right? But this person just doesn't get rejected a lot, probably because exterior-wise, they're very beautiful, right? That's really what I mean. There's something about that. So you give them pause because you're playing hard to get. And the thing is, I actually don't think you're doing it in a childish or immature way. I think in a very Capricorn-esque way, it's like you have priorities. It's like, well, Mama needs to go make money before she does that. Like, that's sort of the vibe I get. And so it works out in your favor, though, because I think the fact that you're I wouldn't say you're putting them on the back burner per se, but it does kind of come off like that for them. It makes them want you even more. So yeah, you guys are going to be fine because the passion's there on their end. I think it's there on your end as well, but I mean, you know the answer to that, right? But there is a fire sign who wants to like seal the deal with you, and it doesn't have to be like completely crude and sexual, right? But there's someone who's very interested in you and wants to take it in that direction. And then again, others of you, if you're with a person, especially an Aries, a Cancer, a Scorpio, it's something, it's like, it's the passion needs to be reinvigorated. Yeah, someone is too stressed out, so it's like every time you guys try and like cuddle or be romantic or something, it's like they start talking about like their bank account. And I'll be honest, Capricorn, this could be you. It's like you are, no offense, guys, whoever this is, I totally say this with compassion, but it's like you completely snuff out the fire because the minute someone tries to make a move, you're like, oh yeah, I gotta check my email and see if I heard back from that job, and the person's just like, like you're completely snuffing out the flame. So it could be you. Just be aware of that, especially with your current person or whoever you're dating. It's like your words are killing the passion, just like psh. I don't know. I think it can be fixed though. Like it ends with an Ace of Wands, which overall, even if it's not a sexual vibe, it's a very positive card, right? So if you're just looking to date, what is this about? Let me finish my thought. If you're just looking to date, I think the magic and the passion is there. I think it's very possible with all those scenarios I gave you before. So then so I don't know if this message is new or if it relates to what I just said. Someone here is half in, half out. It's like they really like being single. And I think you guys may have tried committing to one another or putting a title on it, like, okay, now you're my boyfriend, you're my girlfriend, whatever. It's almost like within a week of that happening, someone gets cold feet because they hate being stuck in a cage. And I hate to put it like that, but that's what I'm getting. It's like being committed to someone, and this could be you, Capricorn, I honestly don't know. It might be a Virgo. The minute you start dating, this Virgo got cold feet, and I don't know if they have a lot of integrity. I'm sorry, I said it. It's like the minute you guys start dating, they're like, I don't want to do this anymore. I'm uncomfortable. Bye. Like, I'd rather be single. This person does not want to commit right now. That could also be if you're putting too much pressure on an Aquarius. Yeah, I have to be honest, and I mean, I'm not here to make anyone feel bad or guilty or to bash your person, right? I mean, bottom line, people do change their mind. Sometimes that's unfortunate, but it does happen. This person is very satisfied being single. And so it's like, I think they have affection for you, but if you're trying to rush a commitment, which doesn't sound very Capricorn-esque to me, but you know, whatever, maybe you are. Once you start sort of like bending their arm to get them to do what you want, they're gonna dip out like immediately. Like the next day, they're gonna be like, I can't do this anymore, I'm moving out. And the thing is, they don't feel bad about it. They're just like, oh, thank God I'm single again. Like it's almost like they felt suffocated, like they couldn't breathe in a relationship. So I don't know who that is, but it doesn't feel like it's gonna work out positively for you. Unless, of course, this is you not wanting to be in a relationship anymore. Someone, it's like the minute they're out of a relationship, they're just like gasping for air, like, oh, thank God I can breathe again. It almost feels like they just ran a marathon and they're just like catching their breath. It was too much. And so here's the thing, I'm glad this person did, because whatever relationship they were in, they weren't happy. So, you know, I hate to say it because maybe it was with you, but understand that like in that case, rejection is divine protection, because that person was not for you. This person wants to be single. Like their wish fulfillment is forever being the bachelor or the bachelorette. That's not what you want, right? It may have been Who's dealing with a Sagittarius? Classic Sag, am I right? I'm just kidding. I love my Sag. Or Aquarius. This could be you too if you have strong Sagittarius in your chart. It could have been your Cancer that was trying to keep a hold on you. Almost like, you know, the crab. They love to like grab onto things and hold on to them. And again, no shade to any zodiac sign, right? I'm just naming them as I see them. But yeah, someone loves their freedom. I'm hearing Born to Run. Is that Bruce Springsteen, right? I'm literally hearing that song in my head. So anyway, yeah, that's what I got for you, Capricorn. I'm trying to keep these a little bit shorter this week. I will see you next Wednesday for more tarot. Have a happy rest of your Pisces season. Happy March. And yeah, I will see you next week. Remember to like, share, subscribe. Bye, guys. Welcome to the Intuitive Teacup, my friends. These tarot readings are meant to motivate, empower, and inspire you. Please keep an open heart and an open mind as you watch these general readings, as some material will resonate and some might not. Do have faith it is serving someone out there, and take away only what resonates for you. Please release the rest. Feel free to book a personal reading with me if you would like something catered specifically to your inquiries and energy. That information is down below for you. You are responsible for all actions and decisions and the vibe that you bring to this channel. This is optional advice or guidance, and of course, you will always have free will. Check the box below for my social media links, the decks I use, and more information on this channel. Let's hop into your tarot reading.